welcome to the Lion Revolution podcast. I'm your host, Shane Perry,
I'm your co-host, Marcy Perry.
and today we are going to talk first off about some news that Chris Bumstead is actually competing in the ELVS Prague show.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing him on stage and doing open
Yep.
bodybuilding. He is doing it with Martin Fitzwater, which he just placed fourth at the Mr. Olympia.
Mm-hmm.
And Martin he's good. He's crazy good.
Yeah.
This is his rookie year, and he placed fourth.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. So it's gonna be a pretty good show. A lot more people are, I believe, gonna be doing it now that Chris announced that he's doing the Open. It's gonna be probably the biggest show of the year. For this year, next to Olympia, but having Chris go to Open for one last show is going to be pretty insane to see on what he will look like next to the Open guys. It'd be interesting to see if he wins. I don't think he'll win, but say if he does win.
Right. What's he going to do?
Is he not going to compete at the Olympia? Because it'd be pretty cool to see him up on stage.
Yes.
At the Olympia for the men's Open.
For sure.
With Chris, you never know. He likes to, I think,
surprise
everybody, and he likes to trick people.
Yep.
Because I've noticed he kind of throws hints out there on things, and then it's like,
is
he gonna do that?
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean?
Right.
So it'd be interesting to see when what happens. I believe the show's in like 2 weeks. I think it's like
November.
I think it's 2 weeks, like November 12th, or I don't know. Something like that. It's like in 2 weeks.
And
but
it's sold out.
Oh, yeah. They sold out the tickets. As soon as Chris announced, it was
gone.
Just like that.
Yep.
It was sold out.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Promoters out there, if you want your show to sell out quick, and just get Chris.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the biggest news, I think. That's not, drama anyway. It's pretty exciting. So
it is
I'm super
exciting.
stoked. As soon as I saw it, I called you and was like, hey.
Yep. I know. Did you see the news?
Did you see the news?
I'm like, no.
Open Instagram.
Yeah.
Chris just announced he's doing Open. So
yep.
I'm super excited.
I am too.
I'm sure everybody that follows bodybuilding or is a fan of Chris is super excited. So yeah. So that's the news of the week that dropped. So what we'd like to go into is the next thing we'd like to talk about is the balance in life and finding time to work out.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest struggle, I think, for people is finding time. And it is tough, but it's one of those things that I think it's important to find the time and make the time instead of maybe, watching TV for that 30 minutes at night.
Right. Just
get up and do some type of activity. If it's going to the gym, if it's not going to the gym, if you're just doing some activity here at home, if you don't have a gym at home, or if you just have some equipment that at home that you can do some type of activity, just do it.
Do it while you're watching the show.
I know it's tough to say. It's easy for people like me that love the gym and fitness to just say do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have my days, just like everybody does. But the biggest thing is to do it. Not just for, it's not just for physical too. It's for, mental, especially cardio. I think it's really important to do cardio, especially as you get older, for heart health, not just for, to be healthy.
Right.
Or not, that sounded wrong. Sorry. What I mean is for not just being, try to get fit. It's more for the aspect of cardio, like for cardiovascular health.
Yep.
It's important. So the biggest thing is just finding the balance in your life that, when is the time that you can get it in. Best thing for us is in the afternoons.
Yep.
We work out every day at 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Between 5:30.
Yeah.
Majority of the time it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But we always, it's 5 o'clock, it's time to go.
Yep.
We take our pre-workout around 4:30, and as soon as it hits 5 o'clock,
we're going
out to the gym.
Yep.
It's just kind of a thing we started about 9 weeks ago, I guess,
Yeah.
and
It worked for us.
it worked for us. So
Yeah.
every day now, it's 5 o'clock. We're going to the gym. Now on the weekends, it's different. The
Yeah.
weekends obviously is more kind of laid back. We just kind of go with the flow
Yeah.
on when we get out there and work out. It's between
But
11, 2 o'clock.
right, but we still do it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
We still get out and do it. So
Yep.
the biggest thing is for people that are going to watch this that maybe aren't, invested in the time to get out there and work out. For me, the biggest thing is look at your time at night and go, okay, I get home from work at 5 o'clock. Let's just say I got 5 o'clock till what time you go to bed. Average person's probably going to bed around 9 or so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you got 4 hours basically to go. Okay, I got to fit in. This is a typical person like us.
Yeah.
You got, kids have homework. You got dinner.
Yep. Ready for bed.
You want to spend some time with your family,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got to get ready for bed and all this stuff. So it's like, well, where do I find time? That 30 minutes to an hour to squeeze in a workout.
Yeah.
And it's not that hard. It really isn't. It's one of those things of it's just doing it. It's like you sit down, you want to relax, but it's like I don't feel like it, But it's so important to just get it done because after you get it done, I don't know about you, but I know for me, it's accomplishment.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
The way I feel after I work out, and it's just pushing me that much closer to my goal.
Yes.
And the harder, the more you see in change, obviously it helps you be motivated to still keep going.
Right.
But for people that are starting out, it's just finding that, time. And it doesn't even have to be in half hour, it can be 15 minutes.
It could be 10 minutes.
It can be 10 minutes. It's like just finding that little bit of time and slowly progress and finding that time slot that works for you to where you can get it in and get it done.
Yep, exactly.
So that's a big thing for people out there that starting. Just start slow, find the time that works best for you. If it's morning time, if you got to wake up earlier, then do that. For me, I can't do that because I don't sleep very well, and I tend to start falling asleep around like 4 or 5 o'clock is when I really get into a deep sleep. So, luckily for me, I can, come home and we can work out together at 5 o'clock. But finding that time slot in those, that time that time you get home from work, time you go to bed, to find that little bit of time, just be active and do some type of physical activity. It's one help you with your health and also your mental game too. I know for me, anyway, it definitely helps me on that. So just finding the balance in life and trying to find time to get in your workout. And for us, it's 5 o'clock every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of the what we do to kind of balance things out. We, like I said, we get home from work. We kind of hang out together, hang out with the kids for a little bit, hear about their day, and then
do their homework.
Do their homework, and then we take our pre-workout around 4:30. And that time from 4:30 to 5, we're still either doing homework or just kind of hanging out with the kids and doing whatever. And then after that, obviously we go work out at 5. We get done between 6:30.
Yeah.
Just depends on if we're doing cardio after our workout.
Yep.
But if we get done around 6:30, we come in. Obviously, we shower and then do dinner.
Yep, and then get the kids
ready for bed. And I mean, we still find time to even sit and watch a show too.
Yes.
So it's like
so we're not going
so bam, 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 bam.
Right.
It's pretty relaxed. Like we come in, we do dinner. What helps for us though, for a lot of people maybe they don't do is meal prep.
Yeah,
meal prep. So
every Sunday,
it's one of those things for us for dinners and food. Period. It's not this long drawn process. Oh, we got to cook dinner.
Yes.
It's dinner's already done. We just gotta warm it up basically. So biggest thing is meal prep.
Yes.
It will help you tremendously. It's just one, stay on your goal, and two, time.
Yeah, time
as well.
Yeah, you have to figure out
you're
time
not having to okay,
cook.
what are we doing for dinner night? Okay, well I gotta cook. Well, cooking takes another hour, so there goes an hour of night.
Yep.
I'm not going to have time to work out. But if you meal prep, you're going to find that time that you're saving from cooking,
To
you can
work out. Mm-hmm.
And I still, there's times that, we meal prep what? Two times a week, 2 to 3 times a week. And
Yeah.
we still find the time to, even when we got a meal prep
Mm-hmm.
at night, it's like we get done working out and we hear him come in, and it takes us probably 40 minutes
Right.
to get our meal prep done.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do anything fancy.
No,
Like,
we're basic.
we're very basic. So keep it basic. It's gonna be easier on you too.
Yeah.
Like for us, it's literally chicken, turkey burger, rice, cream of rice. Just keep it simple if you
Mm-hmm.
can.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot easier.
Yep.
For me, I'm not a big food guy.
Yeah. Same.
And neither is Marcy.
Mm-mm.
So it's pretty easy for us to just stay simple and just get in the food.
Yep.
I eat because I need to, and it fuels my body.
Yeah.
if if I didn't need the food to get bigger like I want to be, I would probably only eat once or twice a day.
Well, that was me. I was never a big eater.
Oh no, heck no, you didn't eat at all.
No, nope.
And she is eating more food now than she has probably her whole entire life.
That is true.
And it's so funny to see people that are like, oh well, I'm just, I'm not, I don't eat and I'm not doing this. It's like, well, your body needs the food.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
If you're working out, your body needs those nutrients to help fuel your body. And people that, don't eat, it's almost hurting your body, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Than
no, I agree.
Not eating.
Yeah.
Because, for you went you went for so long of just maybe eating, snacking here and there, and then maybe having dinner, maybe dinner was like your only meal.
Yeah.
For a while. Yep. So it's like, and then all of a sudden here you're eating like 5 meals a day. And
I'm seeing a change.
You're seeing change.
Yep.
Huge change.
Yes. Yeah. So food. Definitely eat.
Yeah, definitely eat. It's one of those things. If you can figure out your macros, and just the way I do it is I figure out the macros and then I split it up into, for me, I do 6 meals. So I'll do my macros and I average it out for 6 meals, and then I'm hitting every meal that certain percentage.
Yeah.
There's meals that I do have higher proteins than other meals. So, when I'm having chicken compared to my turkey burger, obviously chicken has more protein in it per ounce than turkey burger. So if I do, 8 ounces of chicken compared to 8 ounces of turkey burger, obviously 8 ounces chicken is going to have more protein in it.
Right.
So I just changed, each meal based off of, the calculations. I weigh my food every time I eat.
Mm-hmm.
I put it on the scale. That's a huge thing too, is to weigh your food.
Yep.
So that's the balance of life for us, is, finding that time to work out. And that's what we've done. We found that slot
that
in
works
our life
that both of us.
We can work for both of us. We get out there and get it done. Still have time to be with the kids, still have time to
they come out and
they come out and hang out. So if you can, I recommend, if you can get a gym at your house, to do it as a family.
Yes.
Because that kind of moves us into a whole nother subject that I want to talk about, is after finding the balance and everything, but then also teaching your kids how to be healthy, and showing them how to exercise. I think it's important, to teach your kids that, especially nowadays, on how much, kids are confined to their electronics.
Yes.
Even adults too, obviously, even we every once in a while have a problem with putting our phones down and, stuff like that. But not saying we're perfect.
No.
By no means are we perfect.
Nope.
But, we try to be active now, and, get the kids out there with us in the gym. If they're out there goofing around, that's fine.
At least they're out doing something.
They're out there.
And they're
not
not
just... They'll go out there and get on the treadmill or elliptical for a minute, and then they'll jump over and do some leg extension.
Yeah, and then they'll do some weights.
Grab some dumbbells and start doing stuff. But, all of our kids are being more active now that we've built the gym out in in our garage, and it's a lot bigger. That us as a family, we get out there, we work out,
Yep.
and it's family time too. But we also get to teach our kids uh, the importance of working out,
Yep.
exercising, and seeing our kids are seeing us actually eating healthy too.
Yep.
Because there for a while we weren't.
No.
Especially during summer,
Yeah.
we're definitely not the healthiest during summer,
Uh-uh.
and um, that's my time to really enjoy life.
Yeah,
Summertime,
like let loose.
yeah, let loose
Mm-hmm.
basically. So it's nice to find, kind of, again, goes back to the balance.
Balance.
Showing your kids, yes, over here you can work out, exercise, eat healthy, but you can still over here and dabble, and
Uh-huh.
have fun still in life.
Yeah.
It's finding the balance that works for you. um, Obviously for me, I'm on prep right now, so
Yeah.
I'm super strict.
Yep.
um, but for an average person or a person that's not competing, it's they can indulge in those things still and have
Well,
that balance.
right. Well, I mean, I do
You do.
every once in a while.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
every once in a while I still get a cheat every once in a while.
Right.
I wouldn't say it's a huge cheat.
No.
I'm starting to dabble now into what works with my body on
Yep.
a refueled day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's super important to teach your kids to exercise, eat healthy, but it's not like you're trying to body shame your kids or try and teach them that
No.
don't look this way or
No.
nothing like that.
No.
We encourage self confidence,
Mm-hmm.
and teaching them you do this just to be healthy
Yeah.
and to be active and everything like that. So I love seeing them, like, they go out there and flex their
I
arms
know. I
and
love
stuff
that.
like that. Dad,
We're
check
like,
my muscles
uh
out.
huh.
It's super cool.
Hey, they got
So
some better definition than me.
yeah. Yep. So yeah, so
So,
that's another topic we wanted to go over, is just teaching your kids to exercise. And my biggest thing too is I want to teach my daughters as they get older. I mean, we got a 20 or going to be a 20-year old, and you got, or going to be 17-year old,
mm-hmm.
and I love to teach them the forms. I love to teach them how to work out
Yes.
and how to exercise, because, like, I know in high school, back when I went to high school, we'd have lifting class,
Yep.
and they would just throw us in the class
And
and would not teach us. They didn't teach us a damn thing.
right.
It was just go in there and lift for 45 minutes
Figure it out.
and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
We don't care, just lift.
Yep.
So as teenagers, obviously, ego lifting is the number one thing. It's how much can I bench? How much can I squat? How much can I
Yeah.
deadlift?
Right.
How much can I curl? And little do we know, we were just jacking our bodies up
Right.
back then. And that's probably the reason why I have certain, body parts that are not very good, as in my knees, my shoulders, and
Right.
stuff like that, because
Probably.
of the way I was lifting for so long. And it wasn't until about, well, 4 years ago,
Yeah.
when I first did my first prep, that I really realized, like, whoa, my training is
Not where it
not
should
where
be.
I thought it would. I thought I knew something, you know,
Yeah.
and that was a lot to do to my coach, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, he taught me. I was working out with him, and he was training me, and I was learning from him. And then I started to realize, like, oh, I need to really like start over and think about what I'm doing here, on the way I'm lifting, and approaching it different. And as soon as my mind switched to that and started doing more research and looking at
Mm-hmm.
different people and the way they lifted, I started implementing those things into my workouts, which then it taught myself, what works for my body.
Right.
So, but yeah, so that's what drove me crazy in high school, was just the fact that these teachers don't teach. And in my opinion, you're a lifting teacher.
Yeah.
You should teach these kids
Just how to
how to
lift.
lift. What's the proper form? What's, the way you should be doing a lift, not
Mm-hmm.
just going in there and just grabbing the weight. Because I mean, again, I remember in high school, it was like, okay, it's max day on bench,
Right.
you know, and it's like, okay, well, we'd go in there and you know push up a bunch of weight,
Yeah.
and it'd be the worst form, probably hurt ourselves during the process,
Yeah.
and but it was no like, hey, that was
This is
sloppy. That was,
right.
lessen the weight, do it correctly.
Uh-huh.
They
Like
don't
this
do
is
that in
how
high
you
school,
should do it.
and maybe there is some schools out there that do it. But I've asked my
Right.
kids, hey, do they teach you? No, they don't. You know, they don't
Right.
teach us.
Yeah.
So I would love to see that in our schools. If you're going to be a lifting coach, teach the kids how to lift.
Mhm. I agree.
Because that will help them later on, especially kids in sports, you
Yes.
know, to help them properly lift and do the things properly that to be able to not get injured,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my little rant on high school teachings of lifting. But it's super important. Just again, teach teach your kids to be healthy. Show them how to exercise. I think it's super cool, super important. Um,
They have fun with it.
and they have fun. We do it as a
Yeah.
family. So that kind of gets into my next subject was mental health.
Mm.
And for me, working out is by far the best therapy
Yeah,
for
I would
me.
agree.
Um, it's one of those. It's like, as a guy, I know, I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that, us guys, we got to be strong.
Mhm.
We got to keep everything in, and
Yep.
we not show emotion and all this stuff, and at times it builds up, and I'm not one to show too much emotion, other than certain times that I'll be like, all of a sudden, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
you know. But I use the working out as a kind of a stress reliever and
Mhm.
to kind of reset my mind, and that's when I can actually shut everything off in my head between work, just personal life, and everything. Just shut it off and hit the weights. And especially now, even though we work out together as a family,
Right.
it's almost even better because my mind really shuts off from everything, and I can just enjoy the time with you, the kids,
Uh-huh.
and stuff like that. And I think for me, it's helped me tremendously on my throughout my life is finding the gym and working out, especially when times are hard. It's a place that you can go to and just escape everything and just kind of take your frustration out on the weights, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
So,
I can see
um,
that.
what about you? How's what is do you think it helps you mentally,
Yes.
or like what's your aspect on that, or your outlook on that?
I I feel like I am very after I work out more I don't know what's the word. Like not calm, but
Yeah,
more present
yeah.
and just
Do you feel
be
like you're saying so like more relaxed in a way than
yeah.
like maybe tension, like you were tense and then
Yeah.
now you're more relaxed?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. I mean, there's times that I'm frustrated or something, and I can go out after I get done working out. It's like the tension's gone now,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
you're like, what was I even frustrated
Yeah.
about? Yeah.
So, that's a huge thing, and I see so many people that have found the gym and say, the same thing. That, oh, the gym saved my life
Mhm.
because I was going through some crap,
Yep.
and I ended up finding fitness, and it turned my life around because I started getting healthier. I started you know getting a
There's a lot
better.
of benefits to it.
Oh, tons.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just a lot.
yeah, it's between your your heart health, your just overall health, but then again your mental health too is a huge factor nowadays, especially with like kind of all the crap that's going on
Mhm.
in the world. You
Yeah.
know, there's times that even like
That's just stressful.
yeah, stressful in itself. You
Mhm.
know, just life,
Yep.
and especially right now, with the election coming up and
Mhm.
all the nonsense of everything going on. It's stressful too,
Yeah.
and to watch and hear the news, and it's just nothing but negativity and
It's just depressing.
so much negativity in the world right
Very.
now.
Mhm.
And it's just like, man, if some of these places would just put some positivity out in the world, some of these news outlets or stuff like that, then things would be a lot better. And for me, that's why I do the gym, is because I feel happier when I'm in the gym and I'm working out and I'm seeing changes in me myself. And it's not just, my look,
Right.
it's I'm I'm feeling different.
Mhm.
I'm feeling better. I'm feeling healthier, and I have more energy at times. My energy level's doing this right
Yeah, well, that's cuz prep.
now because I am, I'm definitely in a deficit on a
Yep.
daily basis now.
Mhm.
Um, and my energy level is definitely not what it used to be at times. There's days I have good days,
Yeah.
but um, and it doesn't help that I think I'm sick.
No, that
So,
doesn't help at all.
um, but yeah, so mental health is a huge thing. Uh, if anybody's struggling out there, just look at ways to find something that may help you. The gym, talking to somebody, or
Whatever it may be.
whatever it may be, just know that you're not alone,
Yeah.
and that you know any. I'm sure anybody would be there for anybody. Um, I know I would be.
I would be too.
So, but yeah, just want to touch base on the mental health side of things, how much it benefits me on working out and enjoying, the fitness industry, I guess. Um, and the other thing too is I fall in, I like watching fitness stuff, as in like bodybuilding channels and stuff like that, because it's for me, I'd rather see that stuff than the drama that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
And that's people find that's why people watch sports and stuff like that. Um, you know,
That's our sport.
that's my sport. Yeah, that's our sport
Mhm.
is bodybuilding. So really enjoy it.
Yep.
So yeah, so those are some of the topics we want to talk about on this episode, and I think that's it for this one.
Yeah.
And that's episode 3, and we'll see you on the next one. Like, subscribe, and let us know what you think.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.